Come on, Jenny. What does Courtney think you should tell me?
Courtney thinks that I should tell you that I was right about Barrett. He doesn't want to live anymore.
Oh, Jenny. Look, if his grief comes from learning that you and I love each other, well, you know, I've got to carry some of the burden, some of the responsibility. I don't want you taking all the blame, you hear?
Oh, Ryan, I feel so confused.
Look, at least Barrett knows now. He's a strong man, and I think he's going to recover. And when he does, and you're not under all this stress anymore, well, then you can decide what you want to do with your life.
It's not only my life.
No. You just feel that way right now because you still feel a responsibility to Barrett. Trust me. His need is just temporary. He'll recover from the shock. And then you'll be free to choose between us. You understand?
Free to choose? Do you know what it feels like to be responsible for a helpless human being?
No, he's not helpless.
It's not only Barrett.
And you're not helpless either. Jenny, you're exhausted. But once Barrett recovers...
What if he doesn't recover?
He's strong. He'll pull through.
Courtney doesn't think so. You know, you keep saying when Barrett recovers. But he's got to have something to live for. And unless I'm there for him, he'll die. I know he will, Ryan.
Then be there for him. But when it's all over, choose me. Choose me.
Ryan, if I have to bring Barrett back, I have to choose him now in my heart. Otherwise, how can I convince him that he needs to live for both our sakes?
Stop it. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yes, I do. But how can I? When you mean so much more to me than Barrett does.
What am I doing to you?
Well, it was, Daddy, it was a wonderful honeymoon, as fishing trips go.
Oh.
The fish were biting, the mosquitoes weren't, and it didn't rain until the last night. Of course, the rain swept our tent away, and then we had to sleep in the car, but, well, that's what memories are made of, right?
Well, I'm glad to see you take me like a good sport.
I didn't know I had any choice in the matter.
Well, if you want your marriage to get off on the right foot, I'd say you don't. How did Max take all this?
Max, are you kidding? Daddy, he stood out there laughing at me as I was trying to drag my clothes back into the car until he realized that his precious armadillo boots were drowning. So then he moved, man.
I bet he did.
He was mad as a squash cat.
Oh.
He was yelping and he was yowling until he got his boots back safe. And then everything was fine. Can't remember the last time I slept in the back seat of a car except, well, it's been a long time.
I do believe that my little girl is happy.
Am I? Well, yes, I think I am.
Oh, sometimes it's a long time coming, isn't it?
Sure is, Daddy.
I'm glad it's happened for you. Like for Vicky and me.
How are things between Vicky and you?
Couldn't be better.
Even though Alex Wheeler is alive?
You heard about it, huh?
Yep. Kate told us. How'd you find out, Daddy?
Well, he had the decency to call us and tell us before we saw it on the news.
How did Vicky take it?
With tears of joy. That's all there was to it, too. Joy that we had found ourselves a friend from a long time ago. Well, you've learned to hold your tongue, honey, but what you're thinking is written all over your face. Your mama assures me that she has given up on Alex. And I believe her.
Let me just sit down for a minute, okay?
Sure. You don't look well.
I haven't been feeling very well lately.
I never meant to cause you all this pain.
It's not you. It's not Barrett either. It's the...
Well, it's the strain of both of us now, isn't it?
No. Well, there is a strain
Well, listen,
there,
you
but
never
it's...
acted this way before Barrett came back, Jenny.
It's not his fault.
Okay, then it's mine. I should have left Houston. The minute I heard Barrett was alive, I should have.
No. Ryan, you promised you'd never leave me. I told you that was one of my worst
And
fears.
I didn't.
You said you'd never abandon me.
But look what my staying here is doing to you.
That's only because I just don't know what I'm going to do. We made so many plans.
I know. Look, Ginny, I shared those plans with you. I kept them alive in my heart, but...
What are you saying?
I've been living with the hope that once Barrett found out about us and got back on his feet again, he'd look around and see that things were different. And he'd set you free to build a life with me. But after what you just said, I realize it's just a fantasy now, isn't it?
The plans that we made for our life together were not just a fantasy.
But they are now, aren't they? Aren't they?
I can't take this.
I know, I can see that, Ginny. I'd do anything in the world just to take you away with me now, right now, today, but if I did, you'd never forgive yourself for abandoning Barrett now, would you?
It's not just that, Ryan.
I understand. Look, Ginny, I know I've only known you a few months, and you're the most important person in my life, and you're as much a part of me as my own heart. And be like tearing out Barrett's heart, wouldn't it? And you're not the sort of person that would do that sort of thing, and that's why I love you so much. I don't want to change you. I just can't stand by and watch you suffer like you've been doing.
You can't give me up.
But I can.
You said you wouldn't leave.
But the longer I stay, the worse you look. You're crying all the time. Barrett and I, we're tearing you apart. One of us has to go. And since it can't be him, it's gotta be me. No more fantasies. I just think it's better for all concerned that I ask Alex to take back control of World Oil. And I'm gonna leave here and get out of your life.